Okay.
The hours are odd and the days are long for Sergeant Dave Walker.
Yeah, cameras freaking everywhere.
He's the man with his squad in the middle of the night or in the early morning hours.
So Kevin's the bad guy?
Working the murder beat. The job is to catch a killer.
Edgar is the shooter?
And Walker and his team are one of the best at it.
The avalanche is at 812 North.
But soon, his 36-and-a-half-year law enforcement career will be over.
The big ones you're not going to be able to work because you're not prepared, and it's like anything else. If you don't practice, when the big game comes, you're not going to be ready.
Since becoming the head of the homicide unit on May 31st, 2011, Walker and his team have solved 360 homicides, cracking the cases that shook Tulsans to their core, like the Good Friday murders in 2012.
And we were going to go visit the grandkids in Arkansas for Easter weekend. And that Thursday we get called in, and I don't see anybody until Sunday night.
In a racially charged case, 2 white men, Jake England and Alvin Watts, were later found guilty and sentenced to life in prison for gunning down 3 random African-American victims in North Tulsa.
Because, if you don't solve it, it eats at you for a bit. I mean, you wake up in the middle of the night, what are we missing? We're missing something. The Fairmont Terrace was a good one. We're missing so many things on that.
4 women were found murdered in an apartment in January 2013. For a month, Walker and his unit were at a standstill.
It was, both those boards were completely full of names, and I wish I would have took a picture of it, but none of them were correct. So that's when we had to erase it all and say start over.
Once they started over, their investigation led them to the Poor brothers, who were later convicted on all 4 murders and sentenced to life in prison.
It's not water, though.
Last October, Walker and his team were trying to figure out who killed Tyson Teague. The answer came in liquid they spotted on the street.
Playoff experience, too. Have we ever seen something like this before? Well, yes, we have. What happens? Well, we followed a trail of fluid.
Less than 12 hours after the murder, Raymond Rivera confesses.
What happened? They tried to kill my family. I do what I do.
It's been a long road for Walker, particularly in 2016 when there were a record number of homicides and the Terrence Crutcher shooting.
But in 2016 is when you could see the waters coming over the dike, or so to speak. It was, I remember waking up in the middle of the night for maybe the 5th night in a row and for a new murder.
He says he couldn't leave his team in 2016 or 2017. But now it's time for him to retire.
Hang on, we got all these guys back here just doing silliness.
Staring at you.
You need me? Do you need me?
To seeing the mood lighting.
It's Mo.
When it comes to the success of the homicide unit, Walker won't take credit or even a thank you.
Okay.
He's part of a team, a family.
You got 4 shell casings on the street, and that's it, and you solve it. That's saying something about the work that's getting done, and that's department-wide, and that's city-wide.
A city he's been proud to serve for nearly 37 years.
Dave, I'm not sure where Mark got that address.
All right, we'll go home.
Maureen Wirtz, Tulsa's Channel 8.